Sound check before. Let's check the sound. Chess. Chess play. First priest. Barak Yah, Bayan Yahweh. Let's start over. Let's start over. Say it again. Barak Yah, Bayan Yahweh, Bayan Yashar. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shabbarakatah. La Yashala. All right. Amaja, Bayan Yahakwadam. Turn and face. Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakoka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Asha, Ba'aratazah, Kawah, Hayah, Bashamayim, Kadalanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Basalakanawa, Kabawapnawa, Hasalaknawa, Kabawapinawa, Wala'ah, Tabia'anawa, Banasaya 1, Ba, Hawashanawa, Ayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Baha'ala, Bahatapa Ara, La'iwalamim, Aman. Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Baba Kushah, the Thundernaw, the Kai, Larapa'ah, Kal Makala, the Kal Madawa, the Kai, Batahar, the Natazaria, the Kai, the Hakwayam, the Matthew, the Kai, Arawakawa, the Garashan, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the Wada Amun. The Kai's the power in English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Barakatah Yahweh wa Yahweh Shah, wa Mayaka Allah, wa Alahaya, Hatazabia, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapia, Ha Saranya, Fatazayanya, Hakayayaya, wa Agwapian, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, throughout our month. Blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shah, and Michael, and the angels, Commander General Yohana, the general, the captain, the officer, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Hasha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Hahariya, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azaria, Zaria, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Ashah, Shemaiah, Wa'aratazah, Al-Yatan, Amawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Baraka, Anah, Ta'ah, Yanawam, Bala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazaka, Al-Yad, Yamyanku, Yawamah, Hashemaz, Ba'ah, Yakaka, Wayara, Balayala, Howard, Yashamarka, Paul Rock, Yashamar, Atnapaska, Howard, Yashamar, Kazaaka, Abawaaka, Ata, I Awalam. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasharallah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Dakarai, for all that Shakwai, El, Dayah, Awayabdika, Hamayawan, Ba'ash, Al Aimaka, the Iram Yamwa, Sawadan, Wayataya Atazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amara, Lakawa, Manakakiro, Magalia, Bala'ai, Yazakar, Shem Yashal, Awada, Hayah, Nawa Atazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Alyaka, Baya, Yakaratwa, Alahayam, Gadawam, Wayashamai, Alahaya, Awa'aba, Wahagaria, Kabal, Imawan, Imalak, Palashah, Im Yashabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Iman, Ayawa, Sarawa, Banyulawa, Salah, Rasha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasayasara, Tiyabi, Banakal, Kuyashwan, Nashimadwa, Ba'ayandara, Hayawa, Demad, Ba'adama, Sayadama, Ladayamo, Ira, Wakazaba, Wakazaba, Wakachazal, Mana'ai, Kal Nasa Yakamwa, Ashar, Marwa, Nayurasha, Anawa, Na'awa, Alahaya, Sayadama, Kagogam, Kakwas, Panya Ramaka, Ka'as, Taba Iri Iri, Wakalahat, Talahat, Ariam, Pantheradapma, Basa Irika, Babasa, Paka, Daba Halam, Mala'ai, Panyaham, Palawan, Waibakwasu, Shamka, Hawa, Yabaswa, Waibahawa, Aida Ai, Waikaparwa, Waidabadwa, Waida Iowa, Ayata, Shamka, Hawa, Vodka, Alyawan, Alkaha Arakaza. Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thou silent. O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still. O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharallah may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against the Tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal, Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Sure also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of light. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kizon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeb. Yea, or their princes as Zebah, and as Zalmunna. Said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth for wood, and as the flame set up the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, make them afraid with thy storm, fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, are the most high over all the earth. Going past this mic. Shot, let me know if you hear any sound.
We actually Leviticus 20 chapter 7. About through all our high holy days. Um yeah, I'll read it. Leviticus. Right. Halloween. Halloween ain't in there.
Halloween, since that Erica taught you, that's not in here. Well, you can. You could hear me? All right, so all of those. Yeah, so just to recap, the we're going over this is the closing of the Feast of Tabernacles. It is what's today? The is October the 7th. I think it's the 7th today. So we're going over the closing of the Feast of Tabernacles, but we're gonna start in Leviticus chapter 23. Read to you guys all of the holy feast days that the Lord wants us to separate. Christmas, Thanksgiving, and all of that nonsense is not in the Bible. So what we're going to read to you for your first time in your life, make sure everybody share this class. For your first time in your life, you're going to hear the holidays God wants you to celebrate, the holy days, holy feast days, and convocations. So let's get that. We're going to read 7 verses in the Hebrew, and then we're going to read it in the English and break it down.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 1 through 7 in the Hebrew. Why the bar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar, verse 2. The bar, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala, Wa'amath, Alahayim, Ma'awadya, Yahweh, Ashar, Takwara, Atham, Makwara, Kodash, Al, Hum, Mawa'adya, verse 3. Mamath, Yum, Ta'ashah, Malakah, Wabah, Yawam, Hashab, Hashab, Sluggy, Hashab, Ya'aya, Shabbath, Wa'an, Makurah, Kodash, Kal, Malakah, La'ah, Ta'ai, Shawah, Shabbath, Hawa'ah, Layahawa, Bakal, Mawashah, Mawashabbat Yakam, verse 4, Allah, Mawa'adya, Yahweh, Makurah, Kodash, Ashar, Dakwariah, Atham, Bamwa'adyam, verse 5, Bakadash, Hara'ash Yawan, Ba'ariah, Ashar, Lakadash, Bayan, Hayarabayam, Pasak, Layahawa, verse 6, Wabak, Mashah, Ashar, Yawam, Lakadash, Hazahah, Kagah, Hamtazawath, Layahawa, Shemath, Shabayat, Yum, Matazawa Ath, Thakalawa, verse 7, Bayaram, Hara'ah, Shawan, Makurah, Kodash, Yahayawa, like Yahai, Lakam, Kal, Malakath, Ibadya, La'ah, Tashawa. That's up to verse 8 in the Hebrew.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 1 in the English. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel. Now, this part is heavy. Because when you want to understand the Bible, you can't skip over certain. Right. He just said, the Lord spake unto, saying, speak unto the children of Israel. Why did God didn't just speak to the children of Israel himself? Because Exodus chapter 15 verse 3 say the Lord is a man of war, and he got a rank and order and a chain and command. So he told Moses to speak to the children of Israel. With that kind of mindset, you have to understand this is how God operates. He don't just talk to everybody. You feel me? He talked to who he wants to talk to, and then he tells you who he wants you to talk to. He tell you listen to who he wants you to listen to. You don't listen to yourself. Go ahead.
And say unto them concerning the feast days, no, concerning the feast of the Lord.
Of the Lord. Not the feast of Irish people. Not the feast of the pilgrims, which is Thanksgiving. Not the feast of some nutcases that created Halloween. Not the feast of you, which is your stupid birthday that nobody cares about. The feast of the Lord. Go ahead.
Which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation.
Which you're going to proclaim to be holy. What do holy mean? Separate. Your birthday not separate. Everybody was born on January 13th. Everybody think they a stupid Sagittarius. There's nothing holy about you walking around with money on your shirt and you 45 years old. There's nothing special about that. The Lord said this is a holy convocation, meaning a separate event. Go ahead.
Even these are my feasts.
Even these are my feast. That's why I love this Bible. Once you say, you hear one word, my. This is the Lord's feast. This not the Irish people's memorial of how they, played around with grass on St. Patrick's Day. Come on now. Let's get it.
Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done.
6 days shall work be done. If you look on your calendar, the first day of the week is Sunday. That's not the seventh day. It says 6 days shall work be done. You could go out and work and do your thing, but you got to give some time to rest. Go ahead.
But the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest.
The seventh day is the Sabbath of rest. Now this is heavy because you got 6 days you could go to work, but the seventh day is rest. What do we choose to do on our seventh day? Go out and teach people and do stuff for the Lord. See, your whole 6 days, you sitting up working for somebody that want to call you a nigger behind closed doors. You working for him, and then when it come to you coming up in this school, in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge and celebrating the Lord's feast days, you don't want to do it. You can't serve two masters. Let's get it.
And holy convocation.
Holy convocation. This seventh day that the Lord give you for rest is a holy thing. Other maniacs like bums, these all unchosen people, these heathens that the Lord didn't give the strength of him, give his strength to, didn't give any blessings to, they so weak they have to work 7 days to catch up with you. Lord wants you to rest. That is like a lack of that's a lack mindset to be sitting up working 7 days. It's like you ain't got enough or something. That's the mindset of a heathen. They don't have enough. So they go out and work 7 days. The Lord wants us to take a break. Go ahead.
Ye shall do no work therein.
You shall do no work therein. Go ahead.
It is the Sabbath of the Lord. And
the Sabbath of the Lord. Sabbath of your boss because your boss told you. Sometimes y'all bosses tell y'all can get off and y'all be happy. This is a requirement that the Lord told you. Go ahead.
And all of your dwellings.
All of your, no matter where you at. See, some of these fake Israelite groups try to say, we can't keep certain laws right now because we in captivity. What did this just say?
And all of your dwellings.
And all of your dwellings. It don't matter where you at. Moses was told to tell these children of Israel to celebrate the Sabbath in captivity in Egypt while they was getting beat by these damn Egyptians. And guess what they did? Went and celebrated the Sabbath of the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their season.
Them in their seasons. It's a time and a place for each feast day that the Lord give us. It's a certain time that's designated. We're going to celebrate that. And he telling us to do it. And remember, we just read, in every dwelling, no matter where you at. Go ahead.
Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month,
Day of the first month. First
at,
month is in spring. Spring. Go ahead.
at even,
Which is late March or the beginning of April. That's the first month. Go ahead.
is the Lord's Passover.
That's the Lord's Passover. We celebrate when the Lord delivered us out of the land of Egypt, just like the oppressor celebrates getting free from British oppression on the 4th of July. They celebrate the Declaration of Independence from their own damn people. You celebrating getting free from a bunch of group of white people that you are. You celebrating running from oppression of your own damn people. We celebrate the freedom of the oppression of these heathens that's round about us in our community, which in this context is talking about the Egyptians that every black person think they are. We celebrate the freedom away from them damn people when the Lord came and put them to death and delivered us up out of their hand of oppression. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread.
Day, the day after that, after we get done celebrating the Passover, where the Lord put the blood of the lamb on every Israelite's doorpost, and then the death angel came over and passed over everybody that had lamb's blood on their door. After we get done celebrating that, where the Lord killed the firstborn son and the firstborn animal, the firstborn male of anything in the Egyptian territory. The firstborn roach was dead. If you had one roach in your house and he was a male, he was dead. The firstborn of everything. All right, after we get done celebrating that, which is an awesome feast day, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which is another powerful one. Go ahead.
Unto the Lord 7 days ye shall eat unleavened bread.
7 days you shall eat unleavened bread. Why are we eating unleavened bread? Because when the Lord got done wiping out all of those Egyptians, they were mad. They like, these Israelites got something to do with this. Ain't no way that God just did. Somebody had to strategically kill the firstborn of everything in my house. They was mad. So they came looking for us, and we was sitting up making bread at the time. But guess what? We didn't have the time to put yeast in the bread. And looking at these black Egyptians chasing after us, we had to get up and run out of the way and protect our family. We had to flee. I ain't going to say run. We had to flee. So we had to flee, and we didn't have time to put yeast in the bread. Yeast is a chemical agent where you put water in the flour, and it develops a bacteria that makes the bread rise. We didn't have time. All right, and we could start serving food, y'all. Everybody could eat right now. We ain't got to wait until the class over. Okay, so when you put water in yeast and let it sit, it creates a chemical agent, when you put water in flour, it creates a chemical reaction that turns it into yeast. We didn't have time to do that when the Egyptians were coming after us. So we had to flee and take all of the bread that was unleavened and eat that. Take all that bread that didn't have any yeast in it. Go. So go ahead.
Verse 7. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation, ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 7.
All right, so it says in the first day. work therein. You take the time to do the Lord what the Lord wants you. You can't serve whoever the hell you serving when you're working. Some man got you working, and the Lord wants you to do something, and you don't have a clue of the time that you take off for the. Make time for the Lord like He making time to live on this earth. Go ahead.
Slaget. Raha Korab Dayam Asha Layahawa Shabayat Yum Yum Bayawam Ashabaya Makwara Kodash Gal Mala Akath Ibadya La'ah the Aishawa verse 9 Waya the ball Yahweh Al Mashah La'amar verse 10 the ball Al Banya Yasha'ala Waya Ramath Alahayim Kaya Naba'awa Al Parataza Ashar Anya Nathan Lakam Wakwa Tazaratham Ah Kwataza Yara Waha Abatyam Ah Amor Ra'ash Ya'ath Kwa Tazaya Rakam Al Hakan verse 11 Wahan Yapa Ah Ha'amar Lapanya Yahweh Lara Tazanakyam Mama Karath Hashabath Yun Yapawa verse 12 Akan verse Wahashaya Thumb by a Wum Hanya Pakam Ah Ha'amar Kabash Thum Yum Bun Shantayawa La'ah Layahawa verse 13 Wamnakatya Shanya Hasharunyam Salath Bala Oya Bashaman Ashar Layahawa Rayaka Nayakaka One Saka Yayan Rabat Rabayath Hahawan verse 14 Walakam Wakwala Wakwoya Raka Ramal, La the Kalwa, Atazayum, Hayawam, Hazaha, Abya Akyam, Ath, Karabun, Alahayakam, Kakwath, Awalam, Ladarath Yakam, Bakal, Mashabath Yakam. That's up to verse 15 in the Hebrew.
Come on. It's a book of Leviticus chapter. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. And in the seventh day is a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Offer a offering made by fire for all you vegetarians that say you can't eat meat. This is talking about meat, cooking. Some of y'all say you can't even cook on the Sabbath, and it's telling you to cook on a Sabbath. What are you talking about? Go ahead.
Verse 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 10, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap.
Hold on. When you come into the land that I give unto you, Lord giving us a land. He gave us our land. He's going to give us our land again if we earn it, follow these laws, statutes, and commandments as he promised. Go ahead.
And shall reap.
Yeah, go ahead.
And shall reap the harvest thereof. Read the whole verse. Verse 10. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land which I giveth unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof.
Not the land chose to fly off to a vaccine. The land that he give to you. Go ahead.
And shall reap the harvest thereof.
When you reap the harvest that the Lord, go ahead. You gathering up the farm, the fruits and vegetables, all the stuff you done grew. Go ahead.
Then ye shall bring a sheaf of your first fruits of your harvest unto the priest.
You're gonna bring a sheaf of your first fruits, a handful of. This is what sheaf mean in the Zion Bible Dictionary: grain left behind the reaper, gathered and bound usually by children or women in a joyous mood. So a sheaf is a portion. It's a portion. Read it again. It's said gather what?
Then ye shall bring a sheaf of your first fruits.
Bring a sheaf of your first fruits, a percentage of your first fruits. All right, of your harvest unto the priest, which is 10%. You want to put 10% of your earnings and your growth on that land, your harvest on that land, bring it to the priest. All of that, all you guys talking about that corn is money and all that, it should be rotten corn and tomatoes all in your fake Israelite school. Go ahead.
Of your harvest
let me just clear it up. The Lord wants you to give, when you got that farmland, you give a percentage of that harvest you got.
Verse 11. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord.
Wave the sheep before the Lord. Go ahead.
To be accepted for you.
Accepted. Go ahead. Meaning, and this is another heavy part, to be accepted for you. The Lord didn't accept the little offering that Cain had. Cain was told to bring an offering unto the Lord. He brought some twigs and some nonsense to the Lord, and the Lord did not accept it. So this is heavy, that this saying that this might be accepted or it might not. Go ahead.
On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it.
On the morrow after the Sabbath.
Verse 12. And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheaf and he lamb without blemish of the
lamb without a inkling of imperfection on it. Go ahead.
of the first year for your burnt offering unto the
Of the first year. This your first year. This your first lamb with not necessarily your first, but your unblemished one. You giving your perfect one to the Lord. Because he bring perfection to you. Right now we ain't living in perfection. We had perfection where you was able to just grow food and eat. Now you got to go to Walmart. So the Lord gave you perfection. He wants you to get that same perfection back to him. Go ahead.
Verse 13. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deal and fine flour mingled with oil.
2/10 fine flour. So you get your fine sifted flour. Go ahead.
Mingled with oil.
Mingled with oil. You got flour, oil. That sounds like something we're familiar with. Go ahead.
An offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor.
So you got flour, oil, and meat. That sounds like chicken to me. Sounds like fried chicken. Go ahead.
And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine.
And the drink offering shall be of wine for people who say we can't drink. We reading what the scriptures say. You in la la land. This is why it's important to come in the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge and learn. Because we reading what the scriptures say. Go ahead.
The first part of an hin.
The first part of a hen. Kind of invite. First part of a hen. Go ahead, you got it? I'm just making sure in the book because this is HIN. I think that's what it's talking about. That's not what that's talking about. Hen. Oh, these is weights and measures. So that's a certain measurement, the first part of a hen. So it says see weights and measures. That's a certain measurement. So let's get it.
Verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn, neither bread nor parched corn, nor green ears.
That means never eat bread. No, it don't. Just because it said eat neither bread, that don't mean don't eat bread. It says, and you shall eat neither bread nor parched corn nor green ears until the self same day you have brought an offering unto your God. Don't, go ahead. You want something? Anyone? Let's give him the mic.
The water, sir. This right here is just real heavy because it's basically letting you know, like, you don't touch none of that food in there until you give that offering up unto the Lord. You know what I'm saying? It's telling you right here in the scripture. It say don't eat no bread, no parched corn. You know what I'm saying? No green ears until the self same day that you have brought an offering unto your God. You got to bring that offering to the Lord first, man. You know what I'm saying? That right there is heavy. Before you eat, you bring that offering to the Lord.
That remind me of when we was watching Paid in Full and missed that basket and didn't have that money. And he was like, no, no food for you. No food for you until you bring that money that you owe. And I'm not trying to compare that clown to the Lord. I'm just saying. No, don't bring nothing, don't eat nothing until you bring something. A lot of times in America, we done been taught that you have to always ask the Lord for something and He just gonna keep giving you, but the whole time you're not doing nothing that the Lord require of you. These holy feast days that the Lord got and these statutes that He have surrounding them is telling you to be a giver and open up your heart and stop being a selfish pig that's always begging me for something. You can't ask your daddy for too much without doing some chores, without doing something. So that's what the Lord is. He your father. He wants you to do something. Just like your daddy wants you to do something. If your daddy not requiring you to do something and he keep giving you something, you got a cowardly kind of father going on and he need to get up in this school. So he can require you to do something and you could earn his respect and earn what he giving you. That's how the thing work in this earth. You do something and you earn it. Go ahead.
Until the self same day that ye have brought an offering unto your gods. It shall be a statute forever.
It should be ever, not when you want it to be when 2000 come, when 2024 come. It's gonna be a statute forever. Go ahead.
Throughout your generations
Out your generations. Go ahead.
and all of your dwellings.
And all your dwellings. Throughout your generation, not just this generation. That stuff. I ain't got no hope in it. No, throughout your generations. Supposed to be teaching throughout your generations is heavy because what that is telling you that you need to be teaching this to your children and keeping it going forever. That's what that is saying. You think throughout your generations is talking about your measly life. Throughout your generations mean teach these law, statutes, and commandments to your children and your children's. Go ahead. And in all your dwelling. Okay.
Got Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15. The Hebrew. Wasa Parathium, Lakam, Mama Karath, Ashabath, Mayawam, Abayakam, Ath, Amor, Atan Wapa, Shapa, Shabbat Yawath, Thum Yamath, Daha Ya, Yanawa, verse 16. I, Mama Karath, Hashabath, Hashabat Ya'ath, Dasapar, Wa'ah, Kam Shayam, Yawam, Waha, Krabathim, Manakah, Kadashah, Layahawa, verse 17. Mama Wa'ash, Mama Washah, Bat Yakam, Taba Ya'ah, Taba Ya'awa, Lakam, Danwapa, Shatyam, Shanya, Asharanyam, Asharanyam, Salath, Tahaya Yana, Kamataza, the Payana, Pakarayim, Layahawa. Verse 18. Waha Krabathim, Al, Halasham, Shabbat, Kabashayim, Damya, Mama, Banya, Shana, Wapa, Bun, Bakura, Akkad, Wa'ayalam, Shanyam, Yahayawa, Allah, Layahawa, Waman, Katham, one, Sakathim, Asha, Rayak, Naya, Kaka, Layahawa. Verse 19. Waya, Shayathim, Shayar, Isaiah, Ikad, Lakah, Tayaath, Washunya, Kabashyam, Banya, Shana, that's a Bach, Shalomyam, verse 20. Wahan Yapa, Akan, Atham, Al, Lakam, Abakrayam, Tanwapa, Lapanya, Yahweh, Al, Shanya, Shabashim, Quadash, Yahayawa, Layahawa, Lakahan, verse 21. Wakarathium, Ba'atazayam, Hayawam, Hazaha, Makura, Quadash, Yahayaha, Lakam, Kal, Malakath, Ibadya, La'ah, the Ashawa, Kakwath, Awalam, Bakal, Mawab, Shabbat Yakam, Ladorath Yakam. That's up to verse 22 in Hebrew.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 15. And ye shall count unto you for the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be completed.
Oh, just to give y'all an update, when we was talking about earlier, going over the don't eat any parched corn until you have brought your offering and bringing the meat offering to the Lord, of an unblemished lamb. All of this is talking about the feast of first fruits. Just because I might have ran off too far. So this talking about the feast of first fruits, and it lasts 7 Sabbaths. So this lasts 50 days. You give you giving your first fruits to the Lord, and then what did it just say? Read that last on
15. From the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete.
Sabbath shall be complete. Say ye shall count unto from the morrow after the Sabbath. So after this Sabbath, we're gonna count 7 Sabbaths after that. That's what it is. This is talking about the feast.
Verse 16. Even unto the morrow after the Sabbath, seventh Sabbath, shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord.
You're going to count 50 days and offer a new meat offering. You're going to do it on that first Sabbath. Then you're going to count 50 days, 7 Sabbaths, and offer a new one unto the Lord at the end of it. That's what we're doing right now. The closing of the feast of this the feast of Tabernacles. We did it. We closing up the feast of Tabernacles, but we did it feast of first fruit. Go ahead.
Verse 17. Ye shall bring out of your habitations two wave loaves of 2/10 deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven.
Baking with leaven. Lord told you to put that yeast in there. We invented puffed up. Lord told you to bring some bread with leaven. Hey, good bread. Go ahead.
They are the first fruits unto the Lord.
Let's go. You want some good baked bread with some yeast in it. Passover, you're going to celebrate Passover and the leavened bread where you not putting yeast in certain circumstances. This the Lord want. He wants some yeast. Okay.
Verse 18. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year.
You're going to 7 lambs without blemish. 7 lambs. You got a lamb for each. But ain't saying. But you got 7 perfect lambs out of the day. Then offer those up as. Go ahead.
And 1 young bullock.
Young bull. Go ahead.
And 2 rams.
2 rams. See, the Lord, for some reason, you think your whole dietary, you think that you got to eat bacon for breakfast, ham sandwiches for lunch, and pork chops for dinner. Lord just named about 3-4 animals that's clean that you could eat. He said bring them lambs, them bullocks, and bring 2 rams in as an offering. Go ahead.
They shall be for a burnt offering.
They shall be for a burnt offering. He wants you to cook them. Not be a vegetarian and a vegan. He wants you to cook them lamb. I don't know what y'all think. It's just a sidebar. I don't know what y'all think this world is. Lord created the lions that tear these animals to shreds. Lord is a hardcore person. He created these animals just so they could get killed. That's what we're doing right now. Go ahead.
They shall be for a burnt offering unto the
roasted. Go ahead.
Unto the Lord with their meat offering and their drink offerings.
The Lord want meat offering and drink offering. He want 2 lambs, 7 lambs, 2 rams, and 1 bullock. And then he want a drink offering to go with it. Go ahead.
Even an offering made by fire for a sweet savor unto the Lord.
That's a sweet. That for He's doing something for you all the time, giving you a booklet of laws to protect you. So gullible. We stiff-necked and rebellious. Lord calls us lambs and calls us sheep because what do sheep do? Don't do nothing but follow. They will follow. A sheep will follow a shepherd right into the slaughterhouse. He sees all his other sheep brothers getting slaughtered, and he'll walk right in there. That's what we do. We see danger, We see that the drug dealers don't make it. We see that alternative lifestyle giving you diseases of death, and we walk right into the slaughterhouse. So since the Lord is protecting us, do something for him. Make a sweet savor plate. Because we obviously can't survive on our own. We'd follow somebody right into a death trap. Go ahead.
Verse 19. Then ye shall sacrifice one kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace
We got to
offering.
break that scripture down. Some nutcase, sacrifice a kid. That's what they thinking. Sacrifice a kid of the goat. A kid of the goat is a young goat. That's all it means. We got to break these scriptures down before somebody say mine. Go ahead. Kid of the goats for
And 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of offering.
it.
Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord. With the 2 lambs, they shall be holy to the Lord for the priest.
They shall be holy. They shall be special, separate to the Lord for the priest. These priests is helping you with your life, marriage counseling, doing all kind of stuff to help you out in your life. You want to give the priests and give them what the Lord told you to give them. Because in a structure like Edomites, these old, what do you call them, oppressors, they have a community. They got gated communities. They got a church down the street. They got Bob, he the police officer. He comes to the basketball game and watches Sarah and them do the cheerleading. They got a community. We have a community. We got priests that teach us and get counsel our lives and risk their lives. We got priests and prophets, which is an army of the Lord. So do something for them. Think you just giving up something? We got to get out of this nonsense about us thinking the world revolve around us. Go ahead.
Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be in holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
For our work when it comes to celebrating this Lord's feast day. I got to go to work and my job right around the corner. No. What the Lord told you to. Go ahead.
It shall be a statute forever.
Statute forever.
In all of your dwellings.
And it's going to be in all of your dwellings, whether you're in captivity or not. To celebrate these feast days and these holy convocations.
Throughout your generation.
Throughout your generations. Not your one generation. This whole Bible is telling you not to be selfish. Throughout your generations. Meaning teach your children this. Teach your wives and children, grandchildren, how to keep the Lord's laws. Go ahead.
It's up to verse 22.
We got the book of Leviticus chapter 23, verse 22. In Hebrew. What qua tazawakam qua tazaya aratazakam la'a dakala pa'ath shadak bakarayak walakwat Quatazayakum, la'a, lalaquat, la'anya, walagar, Thaizab, Athum, Anya, Yahweh, Alahayakum. Verse 23. While the bar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar, verse 24. The bar, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala, La'amar, Bakadash, Hashabat, Ya'ah, Ba'akad, Lakadash, Yahayaha, Lakam, Shabbat Yawan, Zakar, Ra'an, the Bat Yawa, Makurah, Kodash, verse 25. Cal, Malakath, Ibadya, La'ah, the Aishawa, Waha, Kwarabathyam, Asha, Layahawa, verse 26. While the bar, Yahayawa, Al, Mashah, La'amar, verse 27. Ak, Ba'ashawar, Lakadash, Hashab Ya'ah, Hazaha, Yawam, Akaparium, Hawa'ah, Makarah, Wadash, Yahayaha, Lakam, Wa'an Ya'athyam, Ath, Napash, Dayakam, Wahab, Kwarabathyam, Asha, Layahawa, verse 28. Wakar, Malakah, La'ah, the Ashawa, Ba'atazam, Hayawam, Hazaha, Kaya, Yawam, Kaparium, Hayawa, Lakapar, Alyakam, Lapunya, Yahweh, Alahayakam. That's up to verse 29 and 8.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field.
Give your first to the Lord. Enter your Lord, and then after you get done, you get together in this harvest for yourself. Read it again.
When ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners
Riddance
of thy field.
of thy field. Go ahead.
When thou reapest,
When you reap, go ahead.
neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of your harvest.
So this is the thing. You got a whole field, a whole square, grabbing this corn and beans, greens, and potatoes and tomatoes. Don't grab everything. Like it's a scripture in Obadiah that tells the Edomite, will he not grab every grape? See, he is a lack-minded beast that want to grab every grape off the dish and blow the dirt off of it, put it in his bag. The Lord don't want you acting like that. Don't grab everything around in the field like a damn scavenger. Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou gather any gleanings of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor.
What? Leave it what?
Unto the poor.
The Lord telling you to get out. He told you in the spirit of giving. See, in American holidays, you taught to, I want candy on Halloween. Somebody got it. Some stranger with a crooked eye has to give me candy. Somebody has to give me something on Christmas. I want to come over your house on Thanksgiving and eat in your kitchen, and I don't hang out with y'all none of the years throughout the year. You hanging out with people that you hate eating a dang on dry turkey that don't nobody eat through the rest of the year. Nobody likes turkey until one day comes and you, Lord don't want you doing that. Lord say, gather this stuff up for the homeless. These American holidays teach you to be selfish, want. Lord telling you to give. He said, leave the edge of your harvest poor. That stops poverty right there. That stops you getting your head blown off when you come out of the house. Because he already grabbed your corn and ate all of that. He's passed out on the side of the road by your house because he just got done eating all that corn you left. See, that stops crime. You do what the Lord tell you. Go ahead.
To the stranger, I am the Lord your God.
I am the Lord your God. I'm a Lord of the stranger. Lord saying, go ahead.
Verse 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, or speak unto the children of Israel, saying,
Hold on. He spoke to who?
Speak unto the children of Israel, saying,
That God loves everybody. Go ahead.
in the seventh month, in the first day of the month, shall have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of the trumpet, a memorial of blowing of trumpet,
Trumpet for sound the alarm when we in danger. Trumpet, what we doing right now. Our people in danger. We in captivity around people that got missiles, nuclear warhead, all kind of. We sitting up stumping and marching as protection. That is our defense. Stumping and marching to hope that don't nobody kill us. So that's what we do. But the Lord wants you to sound the alarm, and that's what we camp today. Went out, spoke to the people, and told them the danger that the king had. So go ahead.
and holy convocation. 20,
Memorial blowing of the trumpets is a holy convocation.
verse 25. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
You shouldn't be working.
But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
You should offer, not a. Lord wants you to give again. And the more you keep doing this, the more you keep celebrating the Lord's holidays, offering offerings, start to feel like we done got into the habit of that. And there ain't no feast day about us. Like waiting on gifts, dollar on our shirt. No.
Verse 26. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, 27. Also, on the 10th month of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement.
Let me just go back a little bit. I just want to hammer it home. Memorial blowing of the trumpets when before something was happening. You can see it right now on certain movies. Old, somebody attacked the White House, some arms go. Attacked some village in Fort Knox somewhere, the arms go up and the murdered. That's what that is. arms, and them Hebrews, them Negroes with them braids and the boots get checked. We ain't had an alarm yet. Guess what? We formed up a military that is putting an alarm out. So I just have to speak on that. If anybody else wanna, we gonna go.
Verse 27. Also on the 10th day of this seventh month, there shall be a day of atonement.
7th month is gonna be a day of atonement. Somebody give me the atonement to cover, cancel, satisfactory reparation for an offense or injury. That which produces reconciliation. Atonement is a way to reconcile yourself. Donovan Bible Compact Bible Dictionary. You don't have one. Um, that's what atonement means, to reconcile yourself with the Lord, for any offenses I have. So that's what the atonement is for. Say it again.
Also on the 10th day of this seventh month, there shall be a day of atonement.
This atonement is heavy, and I'm going to explain a little bit in there. Go ahead.
It shall be in holy convocation unto you.
It's going to be a holy convocation to you. The stuff that the Lord wants you to do is holy, which means special. So if it's holy, it ain't like all of the other garbage that you've been following in your life. Because you black people, you will follow anything. Go ahead.
And ye shall afflict your souls.
To afflict your soul. You don't afflict your soul in this kingdom. You got to eat every day. You got to rob somebody for food. You're going to afflict your soul. How do you afflict your soul?
And offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
You're going to afflict your soul and offer an offering after you. Go ahead.
If I may, the offering that you eat on a day of atonement is nothing. Saying you eat absolutely nothing that day, and that is to afflict your soul for the Lord. That right there is the atonement. You know what I'm saying, recompensing. You know what I'm saying, what you owe the Lord. You owe the Lord to do that because of how you were before you came into the knowledge of the truth. Because before you came into the knowledge of the truth, you was absolutely sinning. We all were absolutely sinners. You get what I'm saying? So that day right there is the day where we show the Lord and we prove to him that, hey, you know what I'm, that you actually care. You know what I'm saying? That you want to please the Most High. You want to do the things that he asks you to do. And that day right there, you prove it by not eating or drinking.
And on top of that, when you don't eat or drink, what is that doing? The Bible, you heard of this. See, the Lord is trying to wake us up because some of this stuff you heard before. You heard of fighting your flesh. You heard, every one of you have heard of this, even if you don't go to church. You heard of fighting your flesh. And why are you fighting your flesh? Because your flesh do what the heck it want to do. Your body, your mind is telling you no, but your body telling you yes, like R. Kelly. Your mind tells you, I don't want to smoke these cigarettes, but your body keeps sparking cigarettes up. Keep sparking weed up. So you got to fight your flesh. How do you fight your flesh? Do you reward your sinful flesh with food and water and keep feeding them? No, you don't give your flesh food and water. So that's how you afflict your soul. You fast and cut your flesh off. You know, you don't reward it and you afflict your flesh, and then that's how you get control of it.
Verse 28. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God.
Day of Atonement, you work now. No oppressor forcing you to do work. That's sin. Day of Atonement might pop up on Wednesday. If your slave master telling you to go to work or you're gonna get fired, the sin it ain't on you. Sin is on him. But so you can get off and you messed up your Day of Atonement. Go ahead.
Verse 29.
We'll go into the Hebrew. The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 29. Hebrew. Kaya, Cal, Anapash, Ashar, La'ah, the Ayanawa, Ba'atazayam, Hayawam Hazaha, Wanakarathia, Ma'am Yawa, verse 30. Wakala, Wanapash, Ashar, the Aish, like it, the Aishawa, Cal, Malakah, Ba'atazayam, Hayawam Hazaha, Wahaya Badatya, Ath, Anapash, Hahawa, Makarab, Aima, verse 31. Cal, Malakah, La'ah, the Aishawa, Kakwath, Iwalam, Ladarath Yakam, Bakal, Mashabat Yakam, verse 32. Shabbat, Shabbat Yawan, Hawa'ah, Lakam, Wa'an Yatham, Ath, Napa'ash, Dayakam, Bata'ash Ya'ai, Lakadash, Ma'irab, Id, Irab, Shabbat Yawa, Shabbat Yakam, verse 33. Wa Dabar, Yahayawa, Al, Mashah, La'amar, verse 34. Dabar, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala, La'amar, Bakah, Mashah, Ashar, Yawam, Lakadash, Hashabah, Ya'ai, Hazaha, Kagal, Hasakawath, Shabbat, Yum, Layahawa, verse 35, Bayawam, Hara'ah, Shawan, Makarah, Kodash, Cal, Malakath, Ibadya, La'ah, the Asha'ah, verse 36, Shabbat, Yum, Zakarah, Yabawa, Ashah, Layahawa, Bayawam, Hasham, Yanya, Makarah, Kodash, Yahayaha, Lakam, Wahakarabathim, Ashar, Layahawa, Atazaroth, Hawa'ah, Cal, Malakath, Ibadia, La'ah, the Aishawa. And that's up to verse 37.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 28. And ye shall do no servile work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God. 29. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not afflict in that same day. Fuck you. 29. For whatsoever soul that For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people.
Cut off from among his people. So, in that day, when you're doing the Day of Atonement, you should be in the spirit of fearing the Lord. This is a Day of Atonement for you to atone of any transgressions or um, things you may have done. Now, you running around thinking you perfect and ain't nothing wrong on a day like this, you probably will mess up that feast day and not afflict your soul because you don't have any fear of the Lord in your heart. So when the Day of Atonement come, a good thing that'll help you out is having fear of the Lord. Once you think like that, then it'll be like, man, I know I done did something. Let me atone for the Lord and do. All right, I'm perfect and let's eat chips.
It points out one thing, and one thing for certain. You come to serve the Lord, it shows you have to have discipline. If you never had discipline before, and you so happen to get the zeal of the Most High on you, now would be the time to learn how to discipline yourself. Now it's time to start coming to class and looking at the rules of what you really have to follow that's in the Bible. That right there itself will help you with following the Lord and you getting self-discipline. You gotta have discipline to don't follow the Lord, man. You cannot do any and everything that you want to do.
Put up discipline past the whole point of it. Discipline, not eating and hours. You could have favorite size of a must.
30. Whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, same soul will be destroyed from among his people. Will I destroy from among his people?
That doeth any work in that same day, to doeth any work in that same day. Your time in that Day of Atonement should be spent. Your mind should be clear on serving the Lord and atoning for anything that may have. You don't need your mind occupied with tossing lumber, working for some damn oppressor. He's giving you a Day of Atonement.
Good, sir. Now, if your oppressor decides to disrespect the Lord and say that, hey, you got to work this day, I don't care about your day. You know what I'm saying? I care. You explain to your boss that, hey, can I get this day off? This, that, other than third. And he say no, that Day of Atonement, sin goes on that boss and you go to work. And you still do not eat or drink. Even though you go to work, still don't eat or drink nothing for 24 hours, man, from evening to evening.
Verse 31. Ye shall do no manner of work, it shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, and
Throughout your generation.
all your dwellings.
You at.
It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest. Shall afflict your soul 9th day of the month at even, or even until even. From even until even, ye shall celebrate your Sabbath.
What you doing?
Verse 33. Lord spake unto Moses, saying, 34. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of the 7th month shall be the feast of tabernacles, shall be the feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord.
Holy feast called, they call it the out of Egypt wilderness living while we was in the wilderness. So like spent 40 years in the wilderness. Ooh. So this is something that the Lord wants us to getting. Like if you can remember your stupid, you better remember these. Lord.
Man, that's a real heavy thing to understand. To understand, like the Feast of Tabernacles, you have to understand, what we went through to come out of Egypt. Okay, we was getting tortured. Okay, and we was getting so oppressed by Pharaoh. Pharaoh did not care about the Israelites. That time, the Lord started raining down on Pharaoh. He started bringing plagues to him. Started bringing plagues to Egypt. Started bringing famine in that place. Started bringing all types of plagues just to free his people. That's how serious the Lord is. Once all of those plagues was fulfilled, and once he got us up out of that land, the Lord gave us the Feast of Tabernacles that we dwelled in booths. Around that time when we was in the wilderness. In the wilderness we dwelled in booths. The Lord wanted us to keep those things so we can remember where we come from. Remember what we had to go through. Remember all the things that we had to do, and remember the Lord's power. The Lord's power in those things was him literally removing that oppressor, literally removing Pharaoh out of the way completely just to free us, just so we can keep these days. All right, and the Lord say to remember.
This is a heavy part about that. We don't know the dedication and the type of strenuous situation we was in. Right now, you in slavery in America, you're able to get food stamps because your oppressor feeds you crumbs. Imagine not doing that and then leaving out of America and to go live in tents. Now you free, but you can't live with his petty crumbs that he give you, which is a lot in your mind. But you'll be free, live in your booths, grow your own food, and have your own people, and you'll be in a state of peace with your own people. That's what we did. The Lord wants us to remember that.
I'm gonna say like a real heavy part. You want to know why? Like why black people, why they get comfortable into their captivity? You want to know why they get comfortable into it? It's because to be a free man, you got to go through something. You got to go through that loss where you don't depend on your oppressor for once. That's what those booths is all about. Those booths was our way to freedom. Our very first start to being free, man. You know what I'm saying? And to want that and to gain that, you gotta go through something. You gotta start at the bottom and build up all the way strong. It's like having a business. When you first get that business, your business might not boom for the first 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Your business not gonna just take off like that. You gotta take grind and you gotta be at it every single day, all day long, until somebody finally get that word all the way around the world. Guess what? Your business is going and it's booming and it's booming. You're a free man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is with those boosts. The Lord always wanted us to remember what it takes to be free. You got to go through those things. You got to restart. You got to rebuild.
The heavy part I was gonna say about this. When we got delivered out of Egypt and we was living in those harsh conditions, you sitting up in some, I don't know what accommodations, but let's break it to America. You in a warm house. You get delivered out of America and brought to tents. You was just sitting in warmth. Only the strong is gonna be able to survive through that. To sit up there and say, I'd rather live like this because this is the thing. A lot of people got bit by serpents because they wanted to go back into captivity. They wanted to go back. They was arguing at Moses, telling him, man, we could have lived over there. You brought us out here to kill. There's snakes out here. There's panthers and lions and tigers and zebras out here. You trying to kill my family? So they out there arguing with Moses, but only the strong-minded person would take freedom over being a slave in a environment. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we went through, and the Lord wants us to remember. See, when we remember this, we already got our mind set on the type of tribulation we're going to have to go through going in the wilderness. We're going to go live in tents around danger, but we're going to be free. Which we're not going to be really in too much danger because we're going to have people that love each other around. You think you in danger, but you're really in more danger living around your oppressor and having him watch your big Negro mouth eat food and suck up all his white hair. That's danger. See, so you got to remember the Lord holiday.
Verse 35. On the first day shall be in holy convocation, shall do no servile work therein. 36. 7 days shall offer an offering made by fire, Lord.
So this is a feast day of 7 days. All right. So the first day is going to be a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work in. 7 days you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And on the 8th, go ahead.
On the 8th day shall be in holy convocation to you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Now, a lot of our feast days last 8 days straight with unity with your people. 8 days straight, offering offering made by fire unto the Lord. Everybody in harmony, doing their thing with their own people, out of captivity, doing their thing. That's how we are.
Man, sir, that's a real heavy thing too, because like, okay, so like in today's time, with your oppressor, he have his days, and then his holidays is like one day. You know what I'm saying? His one day you will get off work, you'll be able to get the weekend, you'll probably get 2 days off, maybe max, and then that's it. You go right back into being in slavery. But like, you know what I'm saying? Once when the Lord, his days come, say like this, when Christ return, right? Just to give you a bigger picture, when we go back into celebrating our days, the Feast of Tabernacles lasts 8 days. Before those 8 days, you working those oppressed people that oppress you, you're gonna be working them. They're gonna be working non-stop. You know what I'm saying? And then when you finally get those 8 days, we're gonna do something bigger than we're gonna do something bigger than what the oppressor was doing. You know what I'm saying? In his times when he have his days off, he's able to enjoy Christmas and Thanksgiving because he can afford it. You know what I'm saying? Who's employing them to get all that money? The Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? We support those days and giving all that money to them, and they just enjoy it. And guess what? The law, statutes, and commandments, they never known them anyway. So they ain't paying for nothing for celebrating Christmas. They not going to pay for nothing for celebrating Thanksgiving. But if you are an Israelite, you are absolutely going to pay for every single thing you're not supposed to do. Lord going to absolutely punish you. All right?
It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 37.
verse 37. I'm going to take this all the way down to the end of the chapter. The book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 37. Hebrew. Allah. Let's see. Mawa'id ya. Yahayawa. Ashar. Nakura. Atham. Makaraya. Quadash. Lahakrayab. Asha. Layahawa. Allah. Wamanakya. Zabak. Wanasa. Kayam. Debar. Yawam. Bayawam. Verse 38. Malabad. Shabbath. Yahayawa. Wamalabad. Matan. Wathkam. Wamlabad. Kal. Narayakam. Wam. Labad. Kal. Not the bar. It's like it. Not a bath. Yakam. Ashar. Tatanwa. Layahawa. Verse 39. Ak. Bakamash. Ashar. Yawam. Lakadash. Hashabaya. Hashabaya. Ba'a. Sapakam. Ath. Sabawa'ath. Parataza. The Ka. Gara. Ath. The Kag. Yahayawa. Like Yahweh. Shabbat. Yum Yum. Bayawam. Hara'ash Yawan. Shabbat Yawan. Wab Yawam. Hasham Yanya. Shabbat Yawan. Verse 40. It's like it. Walaka. Walakaquathium. Lakam. Bayawam. Hara'ashawan. Para'a. Ataza. Hadar. Kapath. Thamrayam. One pa. Ataza. Ibath. Wa'irabya. Nakar. Washamurathium. Lapunya. Yahweh. Alahayakam. Shabbath. Yum Yum. Verse 41. Wakagathium. Atwa. Kaga. Layahawa. Shabbathium. Yum Yum. Bashana. Kakwath. Awalam. Ladorathiakam. Bakadash. Ashabaya. Takagawa. Adwa. Verse 32. Basakath. Dashabathwa. Shabbath. Yum Yum. Kal. Azaraka. Ba Yasha'ala. Yashabawa. Basakath. Verse 43. Lamayan. Yediah. The Roth Yakam. Kaya. Basakamathia, Hawashabathia, Ath, Bunya, Yasha'ala, Bahawat Tazaya, Awathium, Ma'a Arataza, Matazaria, Anya, Yahweh, Alahayakum. Verse 44. Wa Dabar, Mashah, Ath, Ma'idea, Yahweh, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, and verse 37 in English. These are the feasts of the Lord. Ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations.
Feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy. Means something. It means something.
To offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering and a meat offering, a sacrifice, a drink offerings, everything upon this day.
The Lord, because they're doing the Lord's work, creating a nation of priests. Give them back like they give General Muhammad Council 07 and don't even sleep. Work up it. Do these feast days for the Lord and offer them burnt offering.
38. Beside the Sabbath of the Lord, and besides your gift, and beside your own vows, and beside all your freewill offerings, which ye give unto the Lord. 39. Also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye gather in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath.
Eighth day. First day is the eighth. First day, the eighth day is the same Sabbath. Go ahead.
Verse 40. And ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of thick trees, and the willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days. Verse 41. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever.
This is a heavy thing. A lot of y'all thinking like slave-minded people, some people. Y'all thinking, how am I going to take 7 days off? This is the thing. When you got blacks, it's the most talented people in the earth. The Lord gave all this talent to black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. We could afford to take 7 days off because we the most talented people in the earth. The bums that put us in slavery can't afford to do nothing. They're going to be working every day, breaking the law, and we're going to find out that they're doing it, and they're going to get put in chains and get some punishment. But that is the talent that we got allows us not to even work, not even a quarter of the time that we working right now. When you got the people that we got, black, Hispanic, that's like a cheat code. You putting black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians on your team? I got Arabs and white people on my team, and African. We got the most talent, so we could afford to take all of those days off because once we get together, it's going to be so much ingenuity going on that we won't have to work as much as we working right now. Plus, When you got computers called slaves, then guess what? They're going to be doing all the work for you. So we're going to be able to do that, man. Keep these feast days in this captivity and outside of.
42, ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths, when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord.
Dwelling in booths is so heavy because what the oppressor does, he got something called naked and afraid, where he steps out of his richness and humbles himself and try to live off of the land and sitting up eating crab and any filthy thing he could follow. When we dwell in them booths, we're going to be doing something that the Lord wanted us to do, humbling ourselves down and realizing what we had to do to get out of captivity. Because you need something like that. You could get so spoon fed like the oppressor where you have to get yourself into a situation or a mind state of, let me see how I lived before I got this United States. Oh, I was eating slime and living under trees. That's what the oppressor is doing. The Lord telling us to do something similar. When we got out of captivity, we lived in booths, lived in them tents, man. Do this for 7 days and roast up some lamb and some goats and do what I told you to do and get the experience of this. Because this is what you had to do when you got out of captivity. So all of this stuff that the Lord telling us is for a reason. All right, with that being said, we're going to go in the class and we're going to get ready to do the prayer. So I try to turn that gain up a little.
La Yashala.
Layashala means to Israel. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabarak Yah. Let me see.
Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah Barakia.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakia. Brothers, that's a little slow.
Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah Barakia.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakia. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakia. So teach them young men how to possess road. One show.
upon Yahakwadam, which means turn and face the east. Imagine, which means, and then
Face the east. Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abunau, Shabbat Shemayim,
Kodah, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakoka, Daba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Asha, Ba'aratazah, Kawah, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathalana, Lakan, Kal, Yuwam, Wasalakano, Kabawakno, Kasalakno, Kabawakno, well, by the side of one, I was shot now. Maya, Ra, Kaya, Lakan, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapa Ara, I will love you. Amen. Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
That's the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua. Baba Kushah. Nathalana. Hakat. Larpa'ah. Wakal Madawa. Hakat. Latahar. Hamatazariah. Hakat. Lahakwayam. Hamat. Hakat. Arakawa. Hatama'ala. Nagarashim. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Kawadamun. Hakat is the power in English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Lessons in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahweh Yahushua. Wamayaka Allah. Wa Alahai. Matazabia. Alawap Yohana. Ha Alawap. Hasaranya. Makwatazayana. Akaya Yoya. Wa Akwati. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Kawadamun. Blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahushua. And Michael. And the angel. Commander General Yohana. The general. The captain. The officer. The trooper. And the sister. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Psalm 121. Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahari.
Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Azariah. Ma'an. Yahweh. Asha. Shemai. Wa'aratazah. Ayathan. Lamawah. Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shemarka. Hana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashim. Shawamar. Yasha'al. Yahweh. Shemarka. Yahweh. Tazaka. Al-Yah. Yam. Yawamah. Hashemah. La'ah. Yakaka. Wayarak. Walayala. Yahweh. Yashemarka. Makarra. Yashemar. Atnapashka. Yahweh. Yashemar. Taza'aka. Wabawa'aka. Wa'atah. Wa'ai. Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasharallah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew, Alahayim.
Al-Damayalak. Al-Dakarat. Wa-Al-Dashikwat. Kaya. Kana. Awayabi. Yahamayawan. Ra'ai. Al-Aimak. Ya'ayman Yamwa. Sawadak. Wayataya Atazu. Altaz Pawanyika. Amarwa. Lakawa. Wanakaki. Magalia. Wala'a. Yazakar. Shem Yashal. Awada. Kaya. Nawa Atazu. Laba. Yakadwa. Alyaka. Barya. Yakaraswa. Alahaya. Adawam. Wayashimai. Alahaya. Abu Abba. Wahagaria. Gabal. Wa'aimawan. Wa'aimalak. Halasha. Am Yashabi. Tazawar. Gam Ashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Ayawa. Zarawat. Labanya Lawat. Salah. Hashab. Laham. Kamatya. Kasayasara'a. Kayabia. Banakal. Koyashwan. Nashamatwa. Ba'ayandara'a. Ayawa. Daman. La'adamu. Shayatamu. Nadayatma. Ka'ira. Wakaza'aba. Wakazabak. Wakatazar. Mana'a. Kel Nasa Yakamu. Ashar. Amaru. Nayarashat. Anawa. Na'awa. Alahaya. Alahaya. Shayatamu. Kagadi. Kakwash. Lapanya Rawaka. Ka'ach. Taba'ira Ya'ira. Wakalahaba. Talahat. Harayam. Kanther Adapma. Basa'ira. Wabasa. Wapaka. Tabahalam. Mala'ah. Panyaha. Kwalawan. Wayabakwashwa. Shimka. Yahawah. Yabashu. Wayabahawa. Ayai. Wayakapara. Wayabatwa. Wayadaiwa. Kaya'ata. Shimka. Yahawah. Zabaka. Ayawan. Al-Kaha Aratazah. Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thou silent. O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still. O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And they have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharallah may be no more remembered. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The Tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelite of Moab, and the Hagarim, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera. as to Jabin, with the brook at the brook of Kaizen, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeb, all their princes as Zeba, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burning for wood, and as the flame set up the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, are the most high over all the earth.
Any sisters like to be anointed? Not, we're going to go ahead and close out the service. And in Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah, Matah, Zor. We'll give a courtesy salute to the sisters. And in Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Yahweh Matah, dismissed.